We're back. We're gonna get some bundles made up. Been selling a lot of bundles lately. I don't have a lot left. And we got a row, pretty much one bottom row left. So we're gonna go ahead and use this firewood bundle that I kind of came up with and made. Just a lot of scrap wood, and show you guys how it works and how it makes things a little bit easier and faster when it comes to processing bundles. You don't have to bend over with the stretch wrap and reach unnecessarily. It just simplifies things. It's not perfect, has some kinks, you know, as everything does, but it definitely makes things a lot easier when it comes to firewood. We'll just put our wood in. Do a couple small pieces, a couple big pieces. That way the customer has a little bit of everything. Once it's flat to the top, that's 1 cubic foot of wood. So that's pretty much what I do. So I take the wrap it around 1 piece of wood, stick it back in there. Since I moved it around a little bit, kind of left a little bit more room, so we'll throw 1 more piece in there. Call it good. Take our arm and bring it down. Now it has rained, so the wood is kind of swelled up a little bit, so it's not as smooth as it normally goes, but it sure works for sure. Better than the old way. And you just rip it, push this down, and then you kind of just lift up, and you got a perfect bundle. That's pretty much the gist of it. You guys can sit along with me here and watch me work. I'm just gonna get the rest of this bundled up. That way when people need bundles, we have them. This one's a little full. Put this one over here. But as far as making bundles, it's definitely speeds up the process a lot. Give you guys a better angle on this. Looks like the arm that holds the plastic wrap is coming undone. Gonna have to re-secure that. working for right now, so we're just going to leave it. Because if we stop, then we're losing production time. So we pretty much go until the equipment pretty much fails, and then we stop and fix it. We don't want downtime. Got a current, always be constantly producing, felling, splitting, stacking, cutting. You got to stay on it. You got to be pretty much doing all of them at the same time. You got to have wood that's being taken down, you got to have wood that's already dry, and you got to have wood that's ready to be bundled. As long as you do that, you'll be ready to rock every single time you need a bundle, and it won't take too much. We're going to go ahead and try to fix this arm real quick, because it's barely hanging on. So bear with me while I refix this. Should hold for now. There we go. Fixed. All right, gloves. Get back to it. I just have an actual piece of wood. This is a log right here, and it's kind of fairly dry slash on the verge of rotting. So I got a bunch of screws in it, but they're kind of holding it. Not that great. In hindsight, probably a thick piece of PVC, and then probably just spray foam the inside for insulation slash, you know, sturdiness. But this works for now, so we'll bring you guys around the other side. That way you guys don't have to stare at my back. I know it's kind of boring. I apologize. Bring you around this angle. That way you guys get a better view of how the machine works and what it's doing and how it's making things easier. I wrap around that one first piece, and I just kind of put my thumb on the thing. I just pull down like almost like a slot machine, and you can see it just starts wrapping. You don't really have to do this many times. I usually do it about 4 times on this side and then 4 times on this side, but not too bad. UTV going by. Nice dry wood. Some thinner stuff in there for them. The darker stuff's been seasoning since last year. Oops, wrong way. This is really nice and seasoned. Oop, this actually has a screw in it. We're gonna take that screw out of there. I don't want people burning that. Yeah, the darker stuff's been seasoned longer. The lighter stuff's really dry. Just needs a little longer to get the extra moisture out, but it's good to go, ready to be bundled. These dang flies are so annoying. You guys are gonna be laughing at me trying to swat these dang flies as I'm trying to get this done, because they just keep landing on you, annoying you. Usually you swat them a few times, you usually go away, but it all depends. Now I do want to make another version of this with a crank. Crank version, that way it's a little easier to do. So we're just going for kind of speed here and consistency as far as how big each bundle is, and as far as being able to bust them out one after another without any issues. Because this is pretty much just grab and go, fill. There's no rhyme or reason to it. All you're doing is filling the box up with wood, wrapping it, and going to the next one. It's not rocket science. It's nothing crazy. You just try to get them as nice and tight as possible. That's what she said. And you're good to go. So fire off another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move to their side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rip. Done. Simple, easy, effective, nice square bundles every time, consistent. A lot of people don't understand that when you sell for a business and you actually sell, all your wood has to be the same length. You can't have 15 pieces that are all different. Like, it's not professional. No one's gonna like it. They're gonna feel like they're getting ripped off, and they usually are if you're doing that to people. So nice fat little firewood bundle. And it looks like this piece of wood is coming off again, so we're gonna have to figure out something for that. Dang it. Well, let's just keep going. If it falls off, it falls off. And we'll fix it, right? Always getting all loosey-goosey here. And failure. So this we might just try taking and turning around, or we'll just get some screws that are all 3-inch. Let's just get some bigger screws that are all 3-inch screws and try that. Hey, doggy. Alright, we got screws. Let's take all these little short screws out of here. These are not long enough at all. All right, let's do this with the right screws. going in at different angles. So hopefully after this we won't have to do this ever again. No guarantees. Hopefully this will also clear and go around, because I did go down a little bit with it. Grab all these screws and throw them in my pocket that we don't end up on the ground. It'll still go around. Yes, it will go around, and we fixed it. Awesome. Sweet. The screws were just too shallow. Wood's not really fully rotted, it's just the end of it's. There wasn't enough meat for it to dig into. Now it's mounted nice and proper. We'll be good now. So keep firing away. I think actually better center of gravity actually this new spot. It's that easy. Once you get a bundler made or have a bundler, it's a game changer. Absolute game changer. Oop. So stack, grab our log, wrap it. Back in there, we'll grab one little tiny more piece, kindling kind of thing. Set her down in there. Bring her on around. Just watch it work. The shorter stuff isn't really that great. You got to kind of get wood that's exactly 16. That's why it's so critical when using that jig to get consistent pieces, and not to have a 17-inch and 18 and 19-inch sections. Flat piece on top. This looks nice and professional. Around we go. You can weight the bottom so it's not as tippy, but it's fine. I like it so you can transport it, move it around. I can move it from one side of the wood pile to the other and not have any issues. I like being close to where I'm working. I hate walking areas with items if I don't have to. Good. Let's talk about adding extra wood to this, right? Like putting a few more on top. That adds up a lot, very quickly. The more you give people like hookups per se, the faster you're gonna run out of money and wood. Unless they help you out, there's really no discounts besides you buy 6, you get 1 free. That's the only really incentive. I won't really do quantity discounts on like 300 because it's not really worth it for me. It's just easier to sell it $5 a bundle and more profitable. So when I say I let wood dry for like a week or two, like I said, this wood's already completely dry. It's been standing dead, so it has a little moisture content in it, but usually just from the outside from it raining. So if we split it, the sooner we split it, the sooner it starts the drying process. So we like to get it split as fast as possible and get it up on this elevated surface, which is about 3 feet off the ground. Keeps all the bugs and insects off of it. Lets the ants kind of crawl out and down back into the ground, and lets the birds kind of get a chance to pick at some of the stuff. This one you can see it's kind of also all rotted. This is kind of junk wood. I don't know how that didn't get kicked out in quality control, but if it's too long, you can't really use it. So nice bundle there. Okay, this is about my second or third year doing bundles. Once you get everything set up, like the firewood jig and stuff, it's super simple. The wood never touches the ground again besides just on this pallet once it's already bundled. Once it's picked up once, it never goes back down, so I don't have to bend over really. One place I'm really reaching from is the back of the wagon to transport the wood onto the slide slash feed ramp, and that's about it. I don't like to keep bending over. I like to keep it all elevated and kind of where it's easy to work on. So I'll stop yammering because I know I do like to get on my talks and my rants. Everyone's not here for that. They just want to see firewood, so I'm going to give them folks what they want to. So we'll shut up and get some more bundles made. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here because this is just the same repetitive process, but I wanted to show you guys my firewood bundler and how it works. So that's how it works. I'll spare you the details and the boringness of doing this for another hour-ish, but you guys get the hint of it. You guys get the gist of it. I built a firewood processor, like DIY, to cut 16 inches. I built this device to pretty much bundle the 16-inch sections. So it's pretty much an easy process for me. Firewood isn't bending over in the woods, picking up logs in the weeds that you can't find and getting poison ivy anymore. It's more simple, more streamlined. So again, work smarter, not harder. Hope everyone has a great day. Take care.